Hello everyone, welcome to Liverbird TV, which is going to be my new channel for the upcoming 2022-23 Liverpool season. Those that know me well from the creation of DTB TV, Doubters to Believers, which is a fantastic group you can get on Facebook as well. So this is me getting used to doing videos again, so bear with me, I'm a little bit rusty because I haven't done some now for a while. As you know, I've Liverpool and moved to Scotland for personal reasons, but it's been a fantastic journey so far and one that I'm really glad I made. So with that comes the chance now to really push what I love doing, which is talking about Liverpool Football Club and the upcoming season. Now the plan is to launch this channel on the 1st of July. The reason why I want it to be the 1st of July, start of the month, and also we have Manchester United in 15 days from that date, and I'd like to just launch it on the 1st of July. So that's the reason why I'm live now. That's the reason why basically why I want to just do this. Hi Paul. So like I say, a little bit rusty, I'll get used to it again. Really pleased with the business we've done in the transfer market. Been speaking to a lot of people up here in Scotland that rate Calvin Ramsey really highly. That's a sign, and I'm really anticipating to be a really good one for the long term of Liverpool Football Club, and that is what Liverpool do best. They plan for the long term. Diaz is going to have a season to be reckoned with, in my opinion, as well. I think he could easily go on and be a player of the season. Looking forward to seeing him having his first full season at Liverpool. And then it goes to the fact that we just signed Darwin Núñez. Now, you always get that little bit of a sort of thing with a new signing where people go, right, so he's played in the Portuguese league, it's a load of shit, you know, is he going to be able to play in the Premier League? The fact that he scored 30 plus goals last season is great, but the fact that he scored goals against Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Liverpool and the Champions League last year shows you that he can do it against the best. And that is a signing that I actually really believe is going to be an absolute worldie. And yeah, I just want to say for the record that, you know, all the best to Sadio Mane, a fantastic footballer, and the fact that we sell him for more than we bought him really shows you that FSG are just completely ruthless. Those that know me know I've always had a sort of a defence for FSG, because I believe that I'm quite an educated Liverpool fan in terms of, and listen, there's a lot of people brainier than me. But in terms of Liverpool and football, I'd like to think I'm one of the educated supporters in terms of I kind of know what I've seen. I've watched so much of Liverpool. I've lived and breathed the club from the whole 38 years of living, or I'd say give or take 5 years for when you start realising what football is. But you know what I mean. I've done everything. I've been a supporter like yourself at Anfield on multiple occasions. Been to Wembley with yourselves. I had the pleasure of working at Anfield as well. So I've seen the club in so many different ways. And you just know when the club is being run properly. Now, do you really want to see Liverpool like Manchester City, like Paris Saint-Germain? Because I know I don't. And I love us being the underdog. And for those that want us, the fans that want us to be like Man City and PSG, you don't realise that we wouldn't have Jurgen Klopp if we were Man City or PSG, because that's not his kind of forte as a manager. He likes to be the underdog. It goes all the way back to his days at Borussia Dortmund, when the famous quote he came out with of Bayern Munich have bazookas and we have bows and arrows. And that is what Klopp loves. And all this ridiculous, the Man City fans coming out this week saying, oh, he said he'd never spend 100 million on a player. Let's get something straight about that. He hasn't spent 100 million on a player. It's way considerably less than that. It goes up to that based on instalments if we win certain things, which is the same as any deal. Man City don't realise that, yes, Haaland costs less, but not in terms of his contract and the fact that his agent was paid a fortune and his father was paid a fortune. So it actually equivalents to, like, I think 300 million, the Haaland deal in the long run. So it's just ridiculous. We are buying Darwin Núñez because we knew Mane was going to Bayern Munich. We have bought Darwin Núñez because we know we've got certain money coming in for Nico Williams. I think he'll go to Nottingham Forest. I'm hearing that Forest have got a strong interest in him, which is why we've signed Calvin Ramsey. So keep that one in your mind. I reckon Nico Williams is heading to either Fulham or Forest. So that's happening. You've got Nat Phillips. I know there's a lot of fans on this, on Data to Believers, my other group that I've handed over to Craig Farragher. Thank him for that, actually. He's doing great with that. That do believe that Nat Phillips is better. He's our fourth best centre defender. He's a great centre defender, I love him, but he's not our fourth best centre defender, not by a long shot. The top four is simple. Virgil van Dijk. I used to go Joel Matip, but now Konate is impressing me that much. I'll put them as a joint second, and then it's Joe Gomez, and then it's Nat Phillips. That's the top five in my opinion. So he's a fifth choice centre back. So if you get a strong £15 million bid for Nat Phillips, take it, because what you've got to realise is all these fringe sales, they accumulate to the Darwin Núñez's and to the Jude Bellingham deal, which I believe will happen next summer. Borussia Dortmund have a module at their club where they do not sell more than one top player a season. They always sell a top player every season. Got to say, Aubameyang, Sancho, Hummels, the list goes on. They've always sold top players every year, but they have a motto and a deal with the fans. You've got to remember the German clubs are fan-owned, apart from Leipzig. I think there's something in the contracts that they cannot sell two top players in one season. So Jude Bellingham is delayed by a year, but I don't mind that. Everybody panicking about our midfield. You know what's going to happen. If we get a couple of injuries in the early games, it'll be panic stations. But let's just get this straight here, right? Oxlade will go, right? Not a problem. We have Harvey Elliott, who will be a year better now. Fantastic midfielder. We've got Thiago. We've got Fabinho, we've got Milner, we've got Henderson, we've got Keita. So there's 6. Tyler Morton as well, highly rated, another one, 7. We play 3 in midfield, right? So there you go. There's 7 midfielders, 3 positions. I probably missed out on somebody. So don't panic. The front 5, unbelievable. Bobby Firmino, Mo Salah. I was just about to say Louis Saha there. Where did that come from? Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino, Diego Jota, Diaz and Núñez. Wow. Be prepared for 100 goals this season, because I can tell you right now, I am a betting man. I would put my house on that, even though it's flat. But yeah, so a lot of stuff to come. This won't be my background. I'm going to get ManyCam again, set that all up on the laptop, get all of the little breaking news things I have at the bottom, which you all see on DTB TV and the DTB TV YouTube channel that I created. So that's going to be great. So it will look a lot better. Also, what else am I going to be doing? I'm going to be doing the usual, doing a few quizzes like we did last season, do a few competitions. Like we always do, so that'll be great. So I'm really looking forward to the new season. Really looking forward. It's kind of weird living outside of Anfield literally for 5 years. The novelty wore off working at the ground as well, so it was like after a year or two you're just like, yeah, it's Anfield. Loved it still, but yeah, it's Anfield. The minute I moved back up here again, it was like, oh my god, Liverpool, Anfield, it's like you miss it again. So I reckon I'm going to be a different person this time with regards to how I bring this channel to you. I think I'll be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more, enjoy. I think savouring it myself, enjoying it myself, because I've said this, and I've said this from day one since Jurgen Klopp arrived. Enjoy these years. Enjoy them, because these are going to be the best years ever in terms of, let's just not forget, it's not just about winning trophies. It is, that's the main bread and butter, but it's the enjoyment of this football team doesn't know how to play any other way than attack. You'll never see Liverpool go like under Rafa Benitez, where we go and play for a 0-0 in an away game or a draw, or be compact and defensive. Jurgen Klopp sets his stall out every game to attack the opposition and to win and score as many goals as possible. So that's something that I love about Jurgen Klopp. And I said this for those that are on Doubters to Believers. I told you, and I did say that Klopp would stay again. I said it. I said Steven Gerrard was my ideal replacement, but I said that how could Jurgen Klopp walk away from a squad as talented as this? And I think that Diaz and Jota sort of gave him. I reckon if we never replaced the front three like we are doing as we speak now, with genuine world-class players, potentially world-class players, that gave Klopp the spring in his step for another few years, then he would have gone. But because he's seen Diaz, and now he's seen Darwin Núñez and Harvey Elliott and Tyler Morton, and he's seen and Konate, and he's at Anfield and he sees the stadium being built, Anfield Road End getting extended, he sees everything clicking into gear, parades, Champions League. Who wants to give all that up? He's 54. He clearly doesn't need to retire yet. He's not going to retire. If he takes a sabbatical, he's never going to come to a bigger club than Liverpool, because he won't take jobs like Real Madrid and he won't take jobs like Barcelona. They're not that cup of tea that he's had. What's really weird about Jurgen Klopp's clubs that he's managed, every one of them sings You'll Never Walk Alone. Did you know that? Mainz, Dortmund and Liverpool. So, what other jobs is left for him to take? Feyenoord and Holland? They sing You'll Never Walk Alone. So yeah, I've really missed these videos and I've missed yourself. Let's just check the comments and see if anybody's commenting on it. Yeah. Hi Joe, mate. Hi Noel. Night game's the 12th. Is it the 12th, Phil? I thought it was the 15th. Either way, it's the 1st of July when I'm going to be up and running. To be honest with you, mate, I only got the internet installed yesterday. So I'm just sort of getting myself up and running. Jude coming in as Jordan's replacement. Yeah, I agree, Lorraine. So, like I say, do me a favour, everybody. Can you help spread the word that this channel will be launched? Get as many members as we can. I want to get it as big as Doubters to Believers. We will be working with Doubters to Believers because it is the channel I created, but it's also got one of my best friends, Craig Farragher, running it. Brilliant lad, Scouser through and through, at the games, going to Anfield every week to bring you the videos. So I get the best of both worlds, really. I'm going to probably do a few videos with Craig, asking me questions on upcoming matches, Zoom calls, Zoom videos. I would be doing my View from a Supporter again, where I'll Zoom call one of yous. And the great thing about this is, looking back now, I realised that I was doing too much. That's why I had a major blowout, sort of like mental sort of like blowout, because AFC Liverpool was taking a lot of my time, travelling all over with them, DTB TV, working, kids. It was like, I'm doing too much. Got it really simple here now, and it's just, I love Liverpool and I'm going to work. So I can promise you that you'll get real good videos, really insightful videos that are talking. It's going to be View from a Supporter, a lot of the programmes, videos that I'll do. So come and join me, come and get on here, tell us what you feel, honest. We always do one thing in every sort of video that I do, which is just speak your mind. As long as it ain't slander. I mean, some of the shit Divock Origi gets still, and Jordan Henderson just baffles me. Don't rate him as a player, not a problem, but some of it is. I mean, I remember arguing with a Liverpool fan the other day who was calling Henderson an absolute embarrassment. I mean, if you can call Henderson an embarrassment, then I don't care what you say about your opinions. You're not a Liverpool fan in any way, because he's far from an embarrassment and he's a fabulous footballer. And if you don't know that, then, as Klopp would say, there's nothing I can do for you. But it doesn't mean you can't voice your opinion, but just do it in a constructive way. I mean, like, say, for example, we just drew 0-0 away at Tottenham. And you could just say, right, Henderson was poor today, give the ball away too much. Say what you see, that's different. But if there's a witch hunt, i.e., when the team lineup comes up, oh, for God's sake, that Firmino's playing, he's absolute dog shit. That's just not what I will have on my group, because he's not dog shit. He plays for fucking Liverpool. He's absolute class. And that's why I don't have... You go on Facebook now, you see a lot of groups that have got 80,000 members, 200,000 members. The content's crap. And it's crap because you've just got a load of literally glory hunters on there. Loads of people that think they can be better than Jurgen Klopp. Loads of people that think they know the tactics better than Klopp. Loads of people that think they know the owners better than FSG. And they just don't want anything other than FIFA football. They just want the top players, the best, biggest wage bill, all the trophies, and they expect it every year. I remember the days of drawing 2-2 at home to Grimsby in the League Cup and going out on penalties when Phil Jevons scored in the last few minutes of extra time, and we had players like Christian Poulsen and Jay Spearing and David and Gog and Paul Konchesky. I remember them days, so I take every season with a pinch of salt. So I want this group to be real Liverpool supporters, and what I mean by real supporters, I don't mean you're going to 100 games every 10 years or you've not been to one. Ones that see the game of football, ones that look at a game of football, and ones that love every player that puts on this shirt and backs them to the hill. I used to not like Dejan Lovren. I reckon he cost us too many games, but I wouldn't have a campaign against him, you know, and that's the difference. There's no hatred towards any of our lads. If you don't rate them, you don't rate them. But if you don't rate these players, then there's something seriously troubling you, because 90 plus points they've had in seasons where they haven't won the league, enough to win the league title on multiple occasions. You've seen us being 3 Champions League finals, a Europa League final, an FA Cup final, 2 League Cup finals, a European Super Cup final. You know, I mean, if you think that's with shit players, then God help us when the days of the Roy Hodgsons and that, if you wasn't around for that, then clearly you've only supported Liverpool since Jurgen Klopp. So that's all I'll say. So give me your feedback, get sharing the group, and remember that you'll get what you see with me. I'll say it how I see it. I've got a lot of time now to really push a channel, and I think if you join me on it, you'll enjoy it, because, you know, I don't do it for money, I do it for the love of the game, love of the club, and we'll have really good conversations every week. So join me soon. I will get this. Everyone knows me on DTV TV. I'm sure they're on this group the same anyway. This will be brilliant. Join me on the 1st of July for the launch. You'll never walk alone.